And joining me live is IDF spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Peter Lerner. Lieutenant Colonel, thanks so much for joining us on the program. It is October 7 in Israel, 3 months exactly since the horrific attack from Hamas and hostages were taken into Gaza that started this latest conflict. 3 months of a bloody war as well inside Gaza, which has been heavily bombed. How do you reflect on how the war is going now 3 months on?
So from our perspective, we are moving forward. We are achieving our goals. We are implementing the government's directive of dismantling and destroying Hamas as a government entity, as a governing authority, as a governing terrorist entity that utilized the powers of government and built the terrorist army that came into our bedrooms, butchered our babies and abduct families exactly 3 months ago. So we are progressing. Yesterday, we had announced that we completed the first phase of our war effort in the northern Gaza Strip, indeed dismantling all of the battalions, killing some 8,000 terrorists on the battlefield. Yes, I would say the progress is moving forward. We have to change the paradigm.
As we just heard in that earlier story, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken is touring the region and has met with Qatar's Prime Minister. He says Israel needs to do more to protect the lives of civilians in Gaza, and the distribution of aid into Gaza needs to be improved as well. What's your response to his latest comments?
We are, of course, very attentive to our American allies, especially with the military-to-military relationship that is obviously open, and we are learning lessons from their wars in the region and beyond, and the similar types of scenarios. I can say that the humanitarian effort operates hand in hand with the operational effort. We are seeing hundreds of truckloads of supplies going in every day. Over 100,000 tons of goods have gone in. And indeed, that number is not limited from Israel's perspective with regard to humanitarian supplies, medical supplies, shelter capabilities. The only limit, and this was just over a week ago, the World Food Programme identified 13 bottlenecks with the transfer of goods. 12 of those were to do with the internal UN apparatus, nothing to do with Israel. From our perspective, there is no limit. The only limit is how it can be distributed. From the UN's perspective, on the Palestinian side, our effort is, we're very, very clear from the outset. Our operations distinguish between the civilians, the non-combatants of the Gaza Strip, and the terrorists, Hamas terrorists, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, that are operating within the civilian arena, precisely weaponizing the civilian arena to try and exert more pain on the people of Gaza that is already existing.
Last November, the Qatari government helped to negotiate a ceasefire. Is there hope of another ceasefire and hostage exchange in the near future?
The hostage, 3 months now, the families of the remaining 136 Israelis their families, their lives have been torn to pieces. The grief and the concern of the nation has come together around those families. From the military's perspective, this is a top priority, a national priority. I would say we're utilizing all of our operational capabilities and intelligence capabilities in order to create an operational opportunity. Of course, as you rightly pointed out, in the last week of October, there was an operational pause, indeed, that created a deal that brought home 110 hostages, 86 of those Israelis, and the remaining 24 foreign nationals, mostly Thai and Filipinos. The diplomatic efforts is taking place in parallel to the operational effort. We had held our fire once before. If that reality does develop again, and the government instructs us to hold our fire to bring home hostages, then obviously that is well within the realm of our war goals, and to bring home the hostages, and we will do so.
Lieutenant Colonel Peter Lerner, thanks for your time this morning. Appreciate it.
Good day.